Carroll Tiger head softball coach Tom Borchers joining us here tonight after a championship victory in the Tiger Night Invitational, a comeback 5-3 victory over Glidden Ralston in the championship game. But Tom, let's jump all the way back to the opener this morning at 10 o'clock. You guys opened up against Tarweeva. Quick start in that game today. Jumped up 6-0 right away in that game.
Yeah, we did. I was a little disappointed after we got to their first pitcher a little bit that we didn't hit the second pitcher. We've kind of struggled with that throughout the season. It was good to get the win. Julie didn't throw, she threw 7 innings, but didn't throw a tremendous amount of pitches. So, kept her fresh for this championship game. So that was good.
Let's talk about your 2 pitchers today. You threw Shelley in the semifinal game, and then Julia again here in this championship game. Talk about what you saw from them today. Well,
I tell you what, Julia's. Her drop ball was working pretty well today. She's been doing a better job of hitting locations. We had a real good game with Sergeant Bluff. We had a good game with Perry this week. And then today she was hitting her spots pretty well today, keeping hitters off balance for the most part. So, we're happy with that. And Shelley in that semifinal game, she just kept the ball down, and they just hit a lot of balls into the ground. So it was really she was very effective. The lower Shelley keeps the ball, because it's not as hard as Julia, but it is balls that we can make plays on. So that's good.
The thing that kind of jumps out to me today was the defense. It's something early in the season the team struggled, a lot of errors.
Yeah.
Today, defensively solid, it looked like in all 3 games.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. I think we might have had 3 errors on the day, maybe like 1 a game. But you know what? It's a lot better than it was when we started the season. So we've cut down a lot on the errors. The girls are keeping their heads up. They're not hanging their heads, and so we just keep plugging away. And we've been in games, been close games now with some good teams, and we've beaten some good teams. So we're real happy with where things are going right now.
How much do you think the competition in the Raccoon River Conference helped you guys for today?
Oh, good Lord! Yeah. Oh my gosh, how well?
Toughest conference in the state, right?
I'm gonna. You know what? That's the quote I'm going with. The toughest conference in the state. When you got 3 teams in the top 5, and then you have other teams that have been rated throughout the year or have been in state in one of the last 2 years. You've got outstanding coaching in the conference. We've got a couple of Hall of Fame coaches in the conference. We've got 3 or 4 coaches that have won state championships. So 2 or 3 times a week, it's like playing a regional final or a state tournament game for us, and so that really prepares us for everybody else we see.
Let's talk about the rally here in this championship game, down 3-0 against Lauren Malberg from Glidden, an outstanding pitcher, had really been sharp all day long.
Yeah.
But somehow you guys able to get to her in the 6th and then again in the 7th.
Yeah, we talked early on. We hadn't gotten on her a whole lot. We were taking too big of cuts, and we tried to shorten them up just a little bit. Trying to do too much with the ball. People thinking, man, I've got to smoke it. And, all we did was bleeder hits, shots on the ground, up the middle. And so that's really all we were trying to do. Hopefully we could scratch out a couple of runs. At that point, I don't think we were bunting a whole lot because we needed to get 2 or 3 runs, and we're down, 3 at one time. So, that was good for us.
Had a lot of different kids in that championship game step up and have big at-bats when you needed them too.
Yep, yeah, we did. And I know the one that went off Emma's leg, even though the umpires didn't call it.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes, we've been on the other end of that quite a bit, and it's good to have some of that breaks go your way. So. Tom,
playoffs coming up around the corner. Where's this team at right now?
I think we're in good shape. I'm kind of hoping that people will still kind of look past us a little bit. Kind of nice being that underdog a little bit. It's always kind of nice being one of the better teams, and we're getting better. We've got. I was telling Brett Christie here. We have Carlisle. We got a doubleheader we got to go to Monday night. We have Boone coming to town on Tuesday, and those teams are just beating on each other up at the top end of our conference. But then we go to Lewis Central, and I know Lewis Central is a good team, but I think we play really good teams throughout the year. So I think we're, that we should be all right. I'm kind of hoping for what we had happen at Denison last year, hoping they're thinking they're all right, and well, look at they only beat Glidden. Well, Glidden's a good team.
Yes, they are.
Okay? They only beat Sioux City West. Oh, well, that was a good pitcher in Sioux City West. So, I'm real happy. I thought scoring 1 run in that semifinal game and making that hold. I thought that said a lot for our girls today. I thought that was the difference, almost maybe the difference for the day in our attitude, being able to hold that lead.
Well, Tom, we appreciate you joining us here tonight. After a long day, go celebrate this one.
I will. Thanks, Jeff.